first thing you do when you get up in the morning?
I always have a cup of tea.
Who is your biggest inspiration growing up?
My older brother was my biggest inspiration growing up.
What do you enjoy doing on your day off?
I enjoy listening to music and reading superhero comics, but don't tell anybody that.
What is the best professional advice you have ever been given?
Be kind.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a musician or a writer. That's great.
Would you rather do your dream job for free or earn £1 million doing something you absolutely hate?
Dream job for free.
What do you love about working in Doncaster?
I love working in Doncaster because it's my hometown. I live in Doncaster. My family are from Doncaster, so I have a great sense of civic pride.
Has your career always been in teaching?
Yeah, apart from before I went to university, when I worked as a labourer on a building site, which was really honest work, really tough work, and I really enjoyed it. I've been a teacher pretty much for all of my career.
What is the hardest thing about your job and how do you manage it?
The hardest thing I think is probably workload and the amount of different things that you have to do, and sometimes you have to be very reactive, so you can have a strategy and a plan, but then something happens and you've got to radically change it and very quickly. So you have to be really resilient, I think.
What 3 skills and qualities would you say are key for young people looking to start a career in teaching?
Well, we have something called Habits of Work and Learning at our school, which is if you work hard, get smart and be kind. There are 3 things that are really important that I think set you up and would particularly set you up if you wanted to become a teacher, because they grow your character, those things.
If I have to go to university or do an apprenticeship to get a job in your sector, is there any opportunities in South Yorkshire?
Well, there are a lot, particularly universities, and I know apprenticeships are growing as well. We've got some great universities in South Yorkshire. Sheffield Hallam are superb, both of those universities. We've also got Doncaster as well, where you can study degrees at as well. And I think that's a sector that we really need to grow, because I think we need to ensure that young people have those opportunities, particularly of going to university and of accessing apprenticeships, so that they can flourish in our town, because we want bright young things like you, Sam, to stay here, don't we, and to make Doncaster a better place.
What do you think of the opportunities available for young people in Doncaster?
Well, I think they're growing and expanding, which is brilliant. You know, we've already talked a little bit about creative media industries and the arts, and that's beginning to flourish, and I think that's really important. If a town is going to be successful, it needs to be successful culturally.
What was your passion behind you deciding to build a school in Doncaster?
Well, I wanted to do something alongside my co-founder Gwyn. I wanted to do something different and create different opportunities for young people in Doncaster.
Would you rather work in a team or work on your own?
Oh, a team every time.
We've got a question from a primary school student.
Brilliant, great.
Do you ever think about doing a different job to the one you do now?
That's a great question. I suppose everybody does think about that a little bit, but I absolutely love what I do, so I can't think of me ever doing anything other than what I'm doing. Although I do have a passion for music and for writing and things like that, so if I was to consider something else, it might be to do something like that. Maybe be a performance poet or something like that. I'd really love to do that. Doncaster's answer to Benjamin Zephaniah or something like that, but I'm not sure I'd be as good as him.
If you could describe Doncaster in one word, what would it be?
Home.